Hello, friends. Welcome back to Yoga with Paige. If you've practiced with me before, it's good to see you again. And if not, I am Paige. Today we have yoga for the body-mind connection. We will be flowing through a lot of warrior poses, a lot of strong poses that take a lot of mental power for the alignment. So we can practice really feeling and becoming in tune with our physical body as we leave the rest behind. We start to quiet the mind to come into our power. This class is beginner friendly, so everyone is welcome to come and enjoy. I just ask that you listen to your body and take any modifications that you may need. Whenever you're ready, we get started laying on our backs. Begin today lying in corpse pose. Taking a few moments here to connect to our breath. Notice how we're feeling on the mat. Maybe noticing any spots of physical tension or tightness. Starting to listen as the breath leaves and enters the nostrils. Relaxing the forehead and the jaw. Letting everything go. Take one more grounding breath. And then inhale, reach the arms above the head, squeeze everything, get a nice full body stretch here. And release. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, squeeze, reach, point the toes, flex the fingers. And exhale, release. Drawing the knees into the chest, give yourself a little hug. Honoring whatever you may have brought with you onto the mat. All of your feelings are valid. Diving in and working through those feelings and through those shadows is the only way to be able to properly release them. Pressing the lower back down into the mat. On your next exhale, straighten the legs, flexing the feet, sending the feet up to the ceiling. We can keep a little bend in the knees if we're a little tight this morning. Just waking up the backs of the legs, nice and active here. Maybe pulling them in towards the chest a little bit, feeling a deeper release in the hamstrings. Using your breath. Beautiful. Maybe going a little bit deeper on this next exhale, maybe pulling the legs in a little bit more. Then gently release the left foot to the mat as we cross the ankle over the left knee, hugging both knees into the chest, waking up the glutes, flexing both feet. Just finding a nice gentle stretch. We'll be using the legs a lot today, so we want to make sure that we're a little warmed up here. One more breath. And exhale to gently switch, unravel, and cross the left over the right knee. Hugging them into the chest. Feeling our bodies open as we breathe. Exhale to release the legs, keeping the knees bent. Coming into low boat pose, raising up, extending the legs long, holding yourself in low boat for 5, 4, 3, connect to the core, 2, 1, lift up into full boat, bending the knees, shins are parallel to the mat, lifting the chest into the legs, sucking the navel into the core for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And taking 10 bicycles on each side. Maybe we lean back a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. 10. You're halfway there. 2. You got this. 5, 6. Yes. 7. Feeling strong. 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. We can rock ourselves up and press back into downward facing dog. Start to pedal out the feet as we grip through the fingers, pressing ourselves away from the mat, reaching the chest towards the thighs. Feeling the energy of our bodies here. Feel it radiate up and down your spine as you reach the tailbone up and the crown of the head forward towards the hands. Take one deep breath, fill the belly with air, and exhale it all out. Gaze at the hands, gently make your way to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, leading with the chest, big reach. And exhale, hands to heart center. Taking one sun salutation to warm up the body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, flat back, dive down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank pose. Tuck the elbows into the sides as we slowly lower down with control. Inhale, upward facing dog, reaching the chest forward. And exhale, rolling over the toes, downward facing dog. Gaze up at the hands, bend the knees, and make your way to the top of the mat. Rolling up to mountain pose, taking a moment to ground yourself here. Really spread the toes apart, grounding through the four corners of the feet, slightly tucking in the tailbone, rolling the shoulders back, standing up nice and proud. Maybe we close the eyes here for a moment, just feeling your breath. And blinking the eyes open, take the hands in front of the chest, coming into eagle arms, wrapping the left underneath the right. Trying to meet palms as we reach the hands up, opening through the lower back. Feeling rooted down through the feet as we lift up. Big breaths. Feeling the expansion happening. Exhale, unravel the arms, send them up. Inhale. Carefully shift the weight to this left foot, taking the right knee into the chest, and step it carefully back, coming into warrior one. Making sure we have our alignment here. Heels are in line and our back foot is angled. Inhale, square the hips, face the front of the mat, hold here. One more round of breath. Then exhale, open to warrior two. Nice strong arms, squeezing the shoulder blades together, sinking low into the hips. Beautiful. Inhale, flip the palm, reach forward and back, reverse warrior. Hand slides down the leg. Beautiful stretch. Windmill the arms around, planting them on the side of the left foot. Sweep that left leg back, raising it in the air, trying to take a one-legged vinyasa here. Trying to keep the foot raised as we make our way to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Bend the knee, bring it in through the chest, nice and high, and step back into our warrior one. Left foot is in front. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink down into the hips. Coming into our dancing warrior, keeping this left arm raised, the right sweeps behind and pushes forward as we lean back, pushing the energy out in front. Exhale, warrior two, squaring the hips to the side of the room, squeezing through the glutes. Inhale, extended side angle. The elbow comes down onto the knee as we reach the right arm overhead. Nice long line. Not dumping into the hip. We're nice and active as we exhale to straighten the front leg, reaching the left arm overhead. Beautiful. Getting a nice deep breath here as we ground through the feet. Preparing to windmill around, coming into our version of triangle pose. Sending the hips back. Right arm reaches up. Maybe we reach the thigh. Maybe we reach the ankle. Finding length, reaching the crown of the head forward. Exhale. Frame the left foot, turning on the back toes, stepping up a little bit to fold over this left leg. Taking a few breaths here to reset, finding some ease in the middle of the effort. Maybe we sweep the hands back. Breathe. Quieting the mind, just feeling the body. And on your next inhale, raise the chest, step up to the front of the mat, feet are hip width apart, coming into chair pose, sweep the arms up high, exhale, sink the hips down. Slightly tucking the tailbone, keeping our feet nice and planted. Maybe we lower a little bit more on this next breath. And exhale, straighten. Inhale, mountain pose. Hands reach forward. We're nice and open to receive. One breath here. Feeling your heartbeat, your blood pumping. Then take the hands in front of the chest, taking the other eagle arms, whichever side you didn't do before. Inhale, reach up as we root down through the feet. Beautiful. One more big breath here. Create space in body and mind. They're all connected. Exhale to release, shifting our weight to the right foot. Inhale, reach the arms up. Left knee comes in. Exhale, step it back. Warrior one. Turning the back foot out. Squaring the hips to the front of the mat. Exhale, warrior two. Beautiful. One more breath. Then inhale, flip the palm. Taking our reverse warrior. This big, full expression, side body stretch. Then exhale, windmill the arms around, sweeping that right leg back this time. Taking our one-legged vinyasa. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, over the toes. Beautiful. Bend the knee. Bring it in through the chest. Back into our nice and strong warrior one. Ground down through the outer edge of the back foot. And come into our dancing warrior, sweeping this left hand in front as we reach the right back. Beautiful. Exhale, warrior two. Getting a nice leg workout here. Beautiful. Inhale, extended side angle, reaching the left arm overhead, spiraling the chest open. Exhale, revolve triangle, sweep that right arm overhead, legs straighten. Exhale, triangle pose, windmill around, send the hips back to the back of the room. Beautiful long lines here. One big breath. Then exhale to frame that right foot, stepping the left up a few inches to fold over the leg. Making sure we find length in the spine on the inhale before we fold over. Finding what feels good here. Taking your awareness back to the breath. Two more breaths. You got this. Beautiful. Plant the fingertips, lift the chest, and turn towards the long edge of the mat, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Find your footing here, whichever amount of space feels the best to you, as we reach the chest down towards the mat. Maybe we come onto the forearms. Maybe the crown of the head reaches the mat. Sending the hips up, grounding through the feet. One more breath. And lift up on the inhale. Walk the hands over to the right foot, reaching for the ankle, trying to pull your chest as close to the leg as we can. Gazing at the ankle or slightly behind. Breathing. Exhale to gently release the ankle. Walk the hands over to the left foot. Say hello to your left ankle as you reach for the leg. Exhale to release, taking the hands underneath the chest, maybe noticing that we can fold a little bit deeper now. Take one big breath here. Maybe reach the hands underneath the chest. And exhale. Inhale, raise the chest. I would recommend turning to the front of the mat. We're coming into a balance pose here. So we're up on the balls of the feet, trying to reach the soles of the feet together. If we want to take Malasana or a toe stand as well, we can do that. We're trying to challenge ourselves here, so pick your poison. We got options. I recommend, like I said, doing this to the front of the mat as we will be coming onto a seat after, but just so you can see, we're trying to send the knees back as we open through the groins. Use your breath, find your focus point. Maybe if you feel steady enough, we can release the arms above the head, really challenging ourselves now. Maybe you get crazy with it, close the eyes, challenge yourself there as well. 2 more breaths. You got this. And exhale, release, coming down onto the sit bones, extending the legs for staff pose. Feet are flexed, sending energy out through the heels. Breathing nice and deep. Noticing where your breath is at in this moment. Feeling any heat that we may have created, that we stirred up. Then plant the hands behind the sit bones, fingertips pointing towards the bum. Plant the feet hip width apart and exhale, send the hips up, reverse tabletop. Squeezing everything together, getting a nice stretch in the front of the shoulders, the biceps, triceps. Keeping those glutes nice and active. Pinch them together, send the hips up. 1 more breath. And exhale, release the hips down, extending the left leg long. Right foot comes to the inner thigh. Inhale to find length, square the hips, and exhale to fold. Reaching for the left foot. No judgment if we can't make it there. Starting to slow down the breath at this point in our practice, but not forcing it to be any which way. Allowing for a natural, gentle cool down. Inhale, raise the chest, slightly turn to the side of the mat, and reach over with the right hand for the foot, coming into a little side stretch. Beautiful. Exhale to release, crossing this right foot over the left, wrapping the left arm around the knee, and inhale to lift and hug, lift and hug, lift, hug, and twist. Twisting to the back, very gentle, very careful. Still focusing on the breath, the feeling, the sound. Exhale, return to center. Extend the right leg, taking the left foot in. Finding length before finding our forward fold. Going a little bit deeper with every breath, allowing this natural progression, everything in its own due time. Inhale to lift the chest. Slowly scoot, opening the legs a little bit more, and then reaching that left arm overhead. Keeping the chest lifted, lift it up to the sky. And on your next exhale, gently lift back up, crossing the foot over the right leg. Finding your version of this twist. So you send yourself some love. Feeling this twist of the spine. Taking your awareness there. Noticing how the body feels. Are we still holding in tension? Are we still resisting? It's okay if we are. Exhale to release and come down onto the back. Sending the feet up in the air, opening for happy baby. Pressing the lower back down, using the mat as your support. As we let the knees fall to the sides. Breathing nice and even. Maybe noticing a difference in how you feel. Letting whatever thoughts come about, just let them enter. Send them a little love. And when you're ready, you can let them float on by. You're still in this time for you. Exhale to extend the left leg long, cradling the right shin into the chest, getting one final big glute stretch. Hold here for one more breath. Really pull the ankle in. And exhale, release to switch. Taking the left into the chest. And whenever you're ready, you can gently make your way into the final resting pose. Letting your body and your heart lead. It'll tell you what feels the best to you. Anywhere we can fully surrender and relax. Letting the body and the limbs become heavy as the ground lifts up to meet you, to hold you. Relaxing the forehead, slightly opening the mouth, letting the tongue fall from the roof of the mouth. Feeling your breath as you inhale and exhale. resisting any wants to wiggle or move, just finding stillness, allowing yourself to be whatever you need to be in this moment. This is your safe space. Letting the breath flow naturally in and out of the nose. And we can gently begin coming back to the body, back into the room, wiggling the fingers, blinking the eyes open, gently rolling to one side and coming to find a seat where we can take one final breath together. Inhale and exhale. Maybe set an intention for your day, taking one last moment back with the breath. Thank you for joining me. I hope to see you on the mat again very soon.